Mike Dell's World number 278 for November 18th, 2017.
We've all heard about the recent abuse of GoFundMe pages on Facebook, such as the morons trying to raise money after spending everything they own on Powerball tickets, or the woman who needed cash to get a marijuana tattoo removed from her forehead. Now, the creators of the GoFundMe platform have created something to stop this rampant abuse. It's called the Go Fund Yourself page.
Go fund yourself!
How do Go Fund Yourself accounts work? There's just 3 easy steps. Number 1, get off your ass. Number 2, get a job. Number 3, get a life. Complete those 3 easy steps and you're ready to go fund yourself.
Go fund yourself.
This message paid for by the 50% of the country still working and paying taxes.
Go fund yourself!
You're listening to Mike on Mike Dell's World, a show about nothing.
And that's what it is, a show about nothing, especially on NaPodPoMo, National Podcast Posting Month. And it's Saturday, yay! Which means I'm out working on getting things put away for the winter and getting the snowblower going. And yes, Sean, even getting the ice auger out. Inside joke, sorry. Anyway, so I figured I'd get this little episode out of the way, and that little radio bit there come from my friend Steve over at the Bear 98.1 and 97 whatever. I forget what the other frequency is up in Sheboygan. But anyway, the Omelet and Coats show from 5:30 a.m. till 10 a.m. every weekday. You can find them over on classicrockthebear.com if you're not in the Traverse City area. Otherwise, 98.1 FM. And, they had that bit, a couple of years ago on the other radio station they were on. And they've since obviously moved and all that good stuff. But we've talked about that in the past. Let's see, on my agenda for today, and by the time you're listening to this, I'll be either doing it or have done it. But on the agenda is to get all the stuff out of the camper, the motorhome that can't be out there over the winter. Like canned goods and whatnot. Because here pretty soon it's going to get cold. Well, it's already cold. It's 30 degrees right now, so technically it's below freezing, but hasn't been for very long. It'll get into the 40s today, probably. We'll see. Actually, I don't know what the weather forecast is. I guess I don't care. I got to do all this stuff anyway. But we're going to get all that stuff out of the camper, get that battened down the rest of the way. I already winterized the plumbing and all that. Realized that I need to put in a water heater bypass because water heater holds 6 gallons and antifreeze is expensive. I didn't want to fill the water heater with antifreeze, but oh well. I did this year. Next spring, I will buy all the stuff I need to bypass the water heater because you can drain the water heater completely, and so you don't have to have antifreeze in it. So, oh well. It's not going to freeze this year, I guarantee. So anyway, get that done, and then I'm going to get the motorhome parked over on the other side of the house out of the way before the snow gets too deep to move it. And I've got a couple of trickle chargers. I'll have a trickle charger on the house batteries and another trickle charger on the truck battery, and then I can unplug the camper power just to. Right now I've got it plugged in, as if I'm camping. But why not? Sitting in the driveway. We've been actually using it a little bit for thises and that's. I got a TV installed in it, although I did not get the external TV antenna installed. But I'll get that in the spring. That way we can watch our minimal local news or whatever when we're out camping if we're within reach of a TV station. That's one of the subjects that's sore subject for me around here with the TV stations. But I think I complained about that on a Geek of the North podcast. Problem with Traverse City is we're kind of down in a hole here. And, like I'm right down, at the same level as Lake Michigan, so 500 something feet above sea level. And the surrounding area is at 1,000 feet. So we got a 500-foot ridge pretty much in two different directions at least, and sometimes in three, depending on which direction you're going. But the TV transmitters are all over in a place called Kalkaska, Michigan, which is east of me. And I'm on the east side of Traverse City, and there's a great big hill between me and where all the TV stations are, or most of the TV stations. And I can't get those. I've got an outdoor antenna on a 50-foot tower pointed right at Kalkaska, Michigan, right at the transmitter site. I did it with GPS and even, did it with a single meter, just to make sure I got the biggest signal. And when they went digital, I lost, pretty much all the TV that I could get over an antenna. Now, there is one TV station in town, well, actually two, but it's two of them on the same transmitter. That happens a lot nowadays. So I can get Fox and CBS on the antenna that I have, but they have a translator, which, according to the FCC, is going to be turned off at some point. So, yeehaw. But I did hear some news that may help that situation, but I'll leave that alone. But yeah, that's a big bugaboo, because these TV stations are licensed to Traverse City, and I live in Traverse City. I should, by the old rule, be able to do it on rabbit ears. They should have a big enough signal into the city of license that I should be able to do it on on rabbit ears. But with digital, not so much. When all the leaves fall off the trees, which they are mostly, we got oak trees right here, so the leaves are still up, but they'll come down over the winter. But, when all the leaves are off the trees, I can get the signals from NBC, ABC, PBS, over there, in Kalkaska, but I can't get them right now. And it's really annoying because I've got a really nice antenna. I got a 50-foot tower. I've got, all the stuff, got the amplifier, got, everything. And it worked great back in the old analog days. But, when they went to digital, it, crapped out. It's not ideal. So I have to pay, in this case, Charter for my television, or Spectrum, I guess they call themselves now. And, I think it's a big scam. I think, TV stations should be required to have a signal into the area here. Now, when they first went digital, when they were they had analog and digital going at the same time, the local TV station, the one I used to work for, had a transmitter right at their studio, which is up on the ridge on the west side of town, and it covered downtown wonderfully on digital. I could get it on a wet noodle antenna. In fact, I don't even think I had to plug the antenna into the TV and I would get it because it was strong. But they ended up moving that transmitter down to their tower in Harrietta, south of town, to cover Cadillac, Michigan, and point south. And so I can't get either one of those. And the TVs nowadays, I can't even tune it to the frequency just to see if I can get it. If it doesn't find it on a search, it's not going to find it at all. And it's really annoying. But anyway, that's my soapbox. I got to get at my chores here and cue this up to release this afternoon. So when you're listening to this, I should be back in my easy chair watching a Michigan football game. I think they're playing Wisconsin. I hope it turns out well. I still have 4 tickets for the Ohio State game, so if anybody has a hankering to go to the Ohio State-Michigan game on Thanksgiving weekend on Saturday, the noon game, hit me up and reduce the price. So just hit me up. I got 4 tickets, good seats, and I really don't want to go to the game. But I will if I don't sell them. With that, catch me tomorrow.